Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. And even though YouTube bets went 2-0, the top bets went 3-2, even though like the headline bets did all right, overall last night's NBA was not great. We dropped 2 units. So I'm going to put that in the past and we're looking on to tonight. In this video, we got the battle in New York here. We're talking Knicks versus Nets in Madison Square Garden. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
All right, like I said, Brooklyn in Madison Square Garden here. The line is Knicks +7. Early action definitely leaning towards the Knicks. We're talking 70% of the bets, 59% of the money on the Knicks. This is as of 4 a.m. this morning. Yo, check this out though. The money continues to come in on the Knicks and look how the books react to it. They dropped the line a whole 2 points. We're all the way down to Knicks +5. This is as of 10:30 a.m. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the analytics, the line for this game should be New York minus 3.54. That's an 8.5 point lean on the Knicks. The reason for that would be the rest days. Knicks had 2 full days rest, Nets on a back-to-back. All right, let's run through a quick breakdown and we'll start with Brooklyn. Now, obviously this Nets team is better than the Knicks. No one's gonna argue that. The Nets team is better. Nets are better than the Knicks, period. But let's keep in mind that this Nets team, despite having the stars, they're barely over 500. Now, what everyone does, myself included, is we point to the Durant injury, we point to Kyrie Irving only playing road games for most of the season, and we kind of use that as an excuse for the Nets, right? But the truth is, when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant both play, the Nets are actually only 8-6 on the season, and since March 1st, they're just 6-5 when both of those guys play. So this idea that the Nets are an elite team when their stars are on the court, I'm not sure how much truth there is to that. Brooklyn is 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. And I mean, the offense is there. They're 3rd in offensive efficiency. They're top 5 in both 3-point shooting and mid-range shooting in the past 3 weeks. Even the defense is okay. Brooklyn's 15th in defensive efficiency in the last 3 weeks. So how does this team continue to lose basketball games? And I'm going to show you. There are 3 stats where Brooklyn is absolutely awful in that's costing them. Turnover rate, defensive ORB percentage, and defensive free throw rate. They're turning the ball over a lot. They can't keep opponents off the offensive glass, and they keep sending their opponents to the foul line. Those 3 stats are killing the Nets recently. So what I'll do next is I'll take a look at the Knicks analytics and see if they match up well against any of those 3 weaknesses. And good news for the Knicks. Do you want to know what the Knicks' 2 biggest strengths are over the past 3 weeks? They're 6th in the NBA in offensive rebounding rate, 2nd in the NBA in free throw rate. So the Nets can't keep opponents off the offensive glass and they foul a lot. And the Knicks' 2 biggest strengths are grabbing offensive rebounds and getting to the free throw line. Definitely alarming if you're betting Brooklyn here. So we got the Nets on a back-to-back laying points on the road. The Knicks 2 full days off. And the analytics are showing a mismatch for the Knicks. Obviously, I'm leaning towards New York, but we're forgetting one huge factor. The fact that the Nets are on the road and the Knicks are at home here is huge because the Nets have been good as hell on the road and terrible at home, and same goes for the Knicks. Knicks have been better on the road and bad at home. So that factor alone, I might bet Brooklyn just by that factor alone. And I'm doing it. I'm fading the heavy public here. I know a lot of sharps like the Knicks tonight. I'm not one of them. I'm laying the 5. Give me Brooklyn -5, lock it in. Final ticket posted on Kirms.com, as well as the Sauce Network app. Feel free to download it. It'll have bet of the day, parlay of the day, maybe top 3 bets tonight, as well as every single bet I'm making in every single sport, posted right on Kirms.com and the Sauce Network app, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Also, if there's any crazy last-minute changes, injury updates, money shift, line movement, anything like that, I will definitely keep you posted on my Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook, so make sure you check one of those 3 platforms before you place your bets. Let's keep this YouTube winning streak going, man. I know we dropped 2 units, but the top bets did well, bet of the day hit, and the YouTube picks went 2-0. So let's keep this little streak going. Let's make some money tonight. I'll talk to you on Twitter.